You probably won't be able to find it for sale anywhere online unless it's like eBay or Craigslist or something. And so it was a really good deal. It was $30 on Black Friday. So you won't be able to find it for sale anywhere, but one thing important to note is that it is exactly the same as the MXR Distortion 3. They basically just put it in a different box and called it Classic Distortion, but the MXR Distortion 3 is the same thing. So if you like what you hear on here, you want to check it out, go to the store, whatever, just find the Distortion 3. It's in a red box instead of black. So that is the deal. So the Classic Distortion, as you can see, has 3 knobs. From left to right is output, tone, and distortion. Pretty simple stuff, pretty basic, to understand. So I'm just going to go ahead and play clean here for a minute so you can get an idea of kind of what it sounds like. Clean my guitar and everything. And then I'll click on the distortion. So here we go. Alright, so that's my clean sound. And here comes the Classic Distortion. So you get the idea there. It's a really great distortion. It's kind of a mix, actually, of kind of overdrive and distortion, which is what I kind of like. It's not too much distortion. It's kind of got that real bassy bottom to it that you can hear there. So it doesn't kill your bottom at all, like a lot of distortion pedals might. In fact, if anything, it kind of enhances it a little bit and brings out your bottom. You get kind of that real, kind of thick sounding tone, or as they would say, classic. So, and that's one thing to point out too. If you recognize that little riff, that's from what I've done from Linkin Park, and I was reading on the MXR website, and apparently they're currently touring with Distortion 3 pedals, which again is the same thing as the Classic Distortion. So, if you like Linkin Park and you want their tone, that's a pedal for you to check out because it definitely sounds really good. I mean, it's got that nice Linkin Park crunch to it. So you can see where my settings are there. The output, kind of varies by whatever you want to do, but tone, I kind of have tone and distortion right now at the 3 o'clock position. You can really crank the distortion down all the way, and it's not gonna really get too gritty. In fact, let's go ahead and do that and play the same riff. It'll give you a little more grit, but I mean, it's not going to be like a metal type distortion. So here's all the way up. So you kind of get the idea there. A little more drive, but that's topped out. So I mean, you can only go so far. It's probably not really good for a lot of metal-y type stuff. Too attacky. And I have the tone up there, pretty good as well. So, I mean, why don't we just go ahead and crank everything up here, huh? Here we go. Tone and distortion on 10. So you kind of get the idea there. I mean, I kind of have mine. I like them at 3. It's a nice little mix, but it's a great little pedal. And what's cool too is if you want to get kind of into the bluesy type stuff, you just go ahead and crank that distortion back, somewhere between 9 and 12, and you kind of get that real kind of bluesy, little bluesy tone going on. So it's kind of cool. I mean, it's a pretty versatile pedal. Get quite a bit out of it. So that's pretty much it. It takes a 9-volt battery. I have it plugged in through 9-volt power, obviously, on my board. That's pretty much it. That's the MXR Classic Distortion.